Hi guys, Monch Lopez here,
And I'm Alora with Guerrero.
and we're from review.com.ph, and right now we're going to talk about the ASUS Zenfone 2.
Which is one of the most anticipated smartphones this year, I believe, ever since it was launched at the International CES in Las Vegas, which we covered.
And rightfully so, because this is the first phone to feature 4 gigs of RAM. Yeah, 4 gigs of RAM. Although the unit we have with us only has 2 gigs of RAM.
What we have is this ZE550ml variant. It's a 5.5-incher, 720p resolution.
Yeah, also comes with Corning Gorilla Glass 3, the latest Intel quad-core processor that supports LTE. They also get a 13 megapixel rear camera and a 3000 milliamp battery.
And, well, let's talk about the hardware. This one really reminds me of the Zenfone 5 that we have, which coincidentally comes in red
Yeah,
as well.
also the same shade of red as the Zenfone 5 we had last year. So it also has a smooth matte finish. And although we understand that the higher end variant, the 4 gig RAM variant of the Zenfone 2 comes with a brush metal look.
And, well, the biggest change that we see here are the rear mounted buttons.
Yeah, so ASUS has transferred the buttons on the side rail of the previous Zenphones to the back, except for the power button, which is perched on top of the Zenfone 2, which actually makes it a little bit hard to reach.
Yeah, so we prefer that the power button be placed on the back as well.
Yeah, on the back as well, just like
Yeah.
the G2, G3, and the
G2 and
other
GT. Yeah, the LG
phones.
Yes.
Yeah. Thankfully,
yeah.
ASUS has included off-screen gestures into the Zenfone 2, so you can double tap on the display to turn the screen on and off. You can also draw a C to turn on the camera and other gestures that come with the Zenfone 2.
What I see here is that the bezel is actually, well, even though it's thinner than the other,
The previous Zenphones.
yes,
Mhm.
it's still thicker than most phones.
Yeah, especially if you compare it to other flagship devices, like for example the Samsung Galaxy S6, the G3, the M9, you will immediately notice that the bezels are a lot bigger on the Zenfone 2, and that means a lot, especially when you have a 5.5-inch display.
Yeah, it's because you know what? I can't even hold it with one hand.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
up
really
to
difficult to
yeah,
hold
it's
in one
difficult,
hand, especially if you have small hands.
just like mine.
And it's a bit long, it's a bit tall because it has a double chin because you have the Zenfone, the ZenBook look on the chin of the Zenfone 2. You also get capacitive buttons for back, home, and multitasking, which are not backlit, by the way.
So
We
when
would
it's-
have wanted.
when it's dark, you can't
Yeah,
see.
you can't really see them. They're impossibly hard to see when you're in a pitch black room.
Mhm.
So we would have wanted some backlighting there.
How
But
about-
the display. Let's talk about the display of the Zenfone 2.
oh, I like it actually.
It's really good. And especially because it comes with its own display calibration app. ASUS has built in the Splendid app, which is the app you get with the earlier Zenphones, the other Zenphones, and
Mhm.
also other ASUS
So
laptops.
you can control the saturation,
Mhm.
things like that.
You can control the color temperature of the
Yeah.
screen. So if you don't want a warm screen, you can adjust it to your liking.
Photos taken with the ASUS Zenfone 2 are really great, especially when you're outside. You know, there's proper lighting condition.
Unfortunately, the quality of the pictures taken with the phone drops significantly as the light dims, and that's considering the Zenfone 2 has Pixel Master technology and a low light mode.
Well, on the bright side, it has a lot of, shooting modes. For example, you have
Yeah, you get a fully manual mode, HDR, beauty mode, depth of field, couple of effects,
and
and
there's even GIF animation.
yeah, you can also create a time-lapse video with the Zenfone 2.
On to performance. Now, it got a score of like 40,000 plus and Antutu, correct?
It's one of the highest scores we've seen, at least if you compare to 2014 flagships like the Samsung Galaxy S5, HTC M8, LG G3, Xiaomi Mi 4. So it's really a capable performer.
But real world usage,
Yeah, it shows too in real world usage. Animations are fluid, transitions are fast, everything is snappy, and the phone can run basically anything you throw at it, like games like Asphalt 8, run flawlessly on the ASUS Zenfone 2.
So it's not just really on paper because other phones, they're just good on paper, but when it comes to real usage, you don't feel it anymore.
Yeah, the numbers translate well when it comes to the Zenfone 2.
So good job there. And finally, let's talk about the battery life of the Zenfone 2.
So we typically get around a day and a half's worth of usage with the 3000 milliamp battery inside the Zenfone 2. Definitely better than the industry average, and certainly a lot more than the battery life of the Zenfone 5.
And in our typical video test, in which we put a video on loop with Wi-Fi on and with screen brightness at 50%.
We normally get around 8 hours of video watching time.
Now, do we recommend the ASUS Zenfone 2 to our viewers? I mean, isn't it obvious by now?
Definitely not. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, the Zenfone 2 is really a value for money product.
Correct.
One of the best on the market right now. And even the 2 gig RAM model delivers the kind of performance you'd expect from a 2014 flagship.
And, well, the phrase is really value for money. You're correct. Because if our sources say that the 2 gig model will retail for about 10,000 pesos and the 4 gig model will cost around 15. And if they are indeed bringing in the cheapest model,
The 5-inch model with a 720p resolution
Yes.
dual core processor, basically the same specs you get on the Zenfone 5, except this time you get LTE support that will run you about 6,000 or 7,000 pesos.
So that's, wow, that's around
Yeah.
6, 7.
Again, value for money.
Well, we recommend this product wholeheartedly.
Definitely. And if you're looking for a fast smartphone with LTE connectivity to boot, with a big screen, a 720p resolution or 1080p resolution, look no further than the Zenfone 2.